Well, here we go then. The multiple award-winning drama Lost began with a horrific plane crash that marooned the survivors on a mysterious Pacific island, and their plight has steadily become weirder and weirder. It's really hard to describe if you haven't seen it, but Lost is kind of a cross between Twin Peaks and The Prisoner. Okay? So here's the catastrophic moment that kicked off the cult series. And Jin, Mr. Echo and Hurly have left the island temporarily to be with us now. So come on, pronunciation angel, here we go. Daniel Day Kim, Adwale Akinoye Agabaje, Hoke Garcia. How's that?
Pretty good.
It was right.
Yeah. Good, I've been worrying about that all day. I can relax now and just sit back and enjoy the rest of the show. I'm sorry to ask you the obvious question to begin with, but when you got the scripts and when you were cast, even before you started shooting this thing, did you have any concept that it was going to become a global cult, you know, that it would be something that people would talk about when they got to the office and people would have arguments over dinner tables to argue about what's really going on the island? Did you have any concept it was going to be this huge?
I had no idea. In fact, when I got cast, there wasn't even a script for the pilot for me to read. All I knew is that it was going to shoot in Hawaii, and it was a J.J. Abrams show, which was really all I really needed. Because,
why is he... I mean, you know, being so ignorant over here, we don't...
Well, Alias is a great show in Felicity. He had a good track record in television.
Yeah.
And any excuse to go to Hawaii, for me, is very easy. So, if anything, I'd get a trip out of it.
You were actually, weren't you, Hawaii? You were actually the first person to be cast. Is that correct?
I've heard that story, that they saw me. I did an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. And
I
they
love
saw
that.
me in that.
Love that show.
And that got me the meeting that basically turned into Hurly.
So you too have a pedigree. It started... I mean, I remember watching the first one and reading the previews and stuff and thinking, OK, this is a pretty standard thing, you know, plane crashes on an island and they all have to slug it out and work out who, you know, leads the pack and who survives and who doesn't, blah, blah. Kind of a grown-up Lord of the Flies. Of course, it's so much more than that. Do you know what's supposed to be going on the island? Have you worked it out yet? Whether it's... Are you in hell? Are you in purgatory? Is it all a terrible dream, collective dream? Is it
or an experiment?
Or an experiment by the government, by the American government? Or are you on a reality TV show? I mean, have you worked it out?
I mean, personally, I mean, it could be any amount of those ideas, really. I think as many ideas as you have audience members is what you've got there.
Yeah.
But personally, I mean, I just read the lines and keep my head in that. Because if I start to conjecture, I'll lose the plot. Yeah. But maybe Danny
you don't have to read many
idea.
lines, because your character doesn't speak English.
No, but you have to read them in Korean.
I do. I actually have to read them in English and then translate them into Korean and then speak them in Korean. And
actually, you didn't know all that much Korean when you started. You knew some, but you were not fluent.
Right. I actually was born in Korea, but I went to America when I was 1.5 years old. So I worked really hard to learn my English like a good American boy, and so in the process I forgot my Korean. So
which North or South Korea were you?
South Korea, the southern part of South Korea. So it's actually Busan, which is the second largest city.
Right. Well, look, let's take a clip from this. This is an extraordinary sequence where the smoke, which makes appearances in the jungle, comes to get you. And it seems, again, you know, you have to do a lot of thinking watching this programme. It seems that if it's a bit like one's worst fears. If you face the smoke and don't run from it, it can't hurt you. And that's what you do here. And then we're going to reveal something about it, which not many viewers might have spotted. But anyway, let's have a look. Now, obsessive fans who watch the show and tape it on quite high-quality recorders and DVDs, spotted something. If you freeze moments of that smoke, you freeze the image, we see your past hidden in the smoke.
Well, we see something. We don't know what it is.
Oh, look, there she is, my mum.
So women thinks maybe your mother...
Do you reckon that's your mum?
I don't know. That looks like an old love interest.
An old love interest. Right.
Okay, what else have we got?
No, that could be my mum.
It's a man upside down on the right-hand side.
That's him at the crash, I think.
That's him hanging from the wreckage.
After he's come out of the water.
Yeah, flip it up the other way. It looks like me at the...
Okay. Oh, that's a man. Is that your brother?
You know who that is? That's the man that made me become Mr. Echo. You know, he's the gang leader.
The guerrilla gangster, yeah.
I've never seen him.
And there's Christ on the cross, I think.
No, who's that? No, that's...
Oh, that's the love interest.
That's the love
I thought so.
The other one was her mother.
That was your mum. You dirty devil.
Anything else?
One more. Yes,
What's that?
Christ on the cross.
Oh,
that's the church.
That's the church and the priest connection.
And your character also has this scripture stick.
Yeah.
Which you keep carving things onto. And that was your idea, right?
Yeah.
So are you a kind of Christ figure then, going through your 40 days and 40 nights?
Brilliant, Judy.
Well, you know, as we don't have paper there, it's my little diary, the stick. I've carved stuff on there. But, no, I mean, I chose the stick just because it has a kind of biblical meaning, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? In the old days when you were a bad kid, they used to snap the branch off.
And you have a scarf and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. So I took the stick and I just thought it would be interesting to be, for him to be carving these scriptures so that it reminded him of his
you've got your
past.
stick.